I think Daddy Longlegs it's not the traditional musical people would think, even though it's 100 years old, it takes place in the early 1900s, it's very special and unique, and I think it's a beautiful story, and it's very affected. As you said, you cried when you saw it. It's very emotional, and it's also, I think, very uplifting.
I'll hold you dear, Daddy Longlegs, old Daddy Longlegs. I'll keep calling you, I hope you don't mind, Daddy Longlegs, it's just a pet name.
It is about an orphan that a benefactor, a rich young benefactor, sends to college anonymously. And she doesn't know that I am a young man. She assumes because she sees me in the distance, and she sees me like a shadow, and she thinks I'm very, very tall. And I guess she assumes because I'm rich that I'm old.
What you have done for me, I never could do.
It's sort of a story about this young girl and her growing up and going out into the world on her own. And our communication is only through letters. So I am lucky enough to read these letters and sort of relate to her through these letters, and then a lot happens.
The secret of happiness is clear. The secret of happiness is here. The secret of happiness.
I love my character because he starts off, and like very many well-read, rich people, I imagine, think they pretty much have it all figured out. And he certainly does not until he meets Jerusha, who is younger than him, but clearly, despite limited world experience, I would say, she has an insight to herself and to the world around her that is very... He learns a lot through her.
We went for tea at an outdoor cafe. Oh, and his eyes are both blue, by the way.
I've done one other two-person show, but it was a show called The Last 5 Years, which was mostly sung through, and there's really no interaction at all. This is very much a challenge because it's just an exhausting, journey to do 8 times a week. But I would say that it's really rewarding because where we start and where we end up is such a different place, and I just love doing it every night.
Let me show you my Manhattan. It's captivating. The New York Times at your door. You would flourish in Manhattan. There's so much wonder in the air.
It's interesting because we actually do about 80 to 85% of the show not in the same scenes together. The rhythm is very important because I'm reading her letters and she's reading mine, and the duality, the correspondence is important. But I think the chemistry as actors is rather important, but it happens to be that my wife is the one playing opposite me, and she's my wife in real life. So I think the chemistry's pretty good. I think it's pretty natural. Ciao. Spettacolo comes to New York to see Daddy Longlegs.